it's the Olympic Committee, the IOC, International Olympic Committee, that should be stepping up. And I'm surprised that they haven't said, maybe we shouldn't hold this now. Hey everyone, welcome back to another Godin Yaru Kanoka Wakanai episode. Hey, what's up?
Hey.
Thank you for joining us. We're the hosts. My name is MJ.
My name is Adam.
And today, everyone, we are going to talk about the Olympics. This has becoming a hot topic because as the days continue, I think we're less than 100 days away from the start of the summer 2020, should have been 2020, Tokyo Olympics during a worldwide pandemic due to the coronavirus. This is something that has been taking its toll on the world, country by country, some hit very hard. A scary thing that we're all experiencing right now. So the coronavirus is a very scary thing that I think a lot of people are very worried about, especially at the beginning. Now it's kind of, we've had a better understanding of how it works and stuff and how we could stay safe from it. Of course, right now, vaccines are rolling out across the globe. I just heard recently that Biden announced that the manufacturers of this vaccine, that they are allowed to give out the information of how to create their vaccines. Maybe like sell it to other countries, so other countries can now make it in their own country, which should help a lot of just distribution and stuff. But still, especially here in Japan, if everyone knows, it's taking a lot of time for everyone to get their vaccines. When you look at other countries, I think it was something like only 2% of Japan has been vaccinated.
Yeah.
And the Olympics coming up very, very soon. And the world is very concerned if this should still happen or not, if these Olympic Games should happen. Left and right, all these countries are putting lockdowns, even in Tokyo and Osaka. There's big restrictions of how many people can gather or how late stores can be open and whatnot. So if there's restrictions there, shouldn't there be restrictions for the Olympics?
You would think so.
Yeah, you would think so. Now, of course, there are, and there's been plenty of news articles talking about what the Tokyo Olympic Committee is going to do to prepare to keep everybody safe. But still, the best way to keep everyone safe, some say, is to just not do it at all.
That sounds the most logical.
Yeah, let's hear your 2 cents about the Olympics and how did you feel from the beginning, and has your opinion changed to now?
In general, I feel like the reason why they continue pushing the Olympics to happen is because there was so much money spent into setting up all of these different locations, especially the new I don't know what it's called, the main
stadium?
main stadium that they put like 1.8 or 9 billion, I don't know, ridiculous amount of yen into building it. And
had to
so much
rebuild it
went
like
down.
2 times.
Had to rebuild it 2 times,
Scandals.
had to revise it. Scandals with not only the stadium itself, but the logo we had a scandal with. And we went through so much. Well, not we, but Japan went through so much trying to get this. Olympics.
We could say we, I think. We pay taxes.
I guess we can. Yeah, that's true. We went through so much. It's been like so much highs and lows. And then all of a sudden, everything gets wiped off the table because a pandemic, a virus is spreading like a wildfire throughout the world. And, you still want to hold on to the thing that's pushing everyone initially forward to like do better, see many places starting to push like, learn English and get better at English, become a volunteer and all this other good stuff to make the whole country feel proud and energized and motivated. And I think there's that idea that if the Olympics can go on, people will be happy again, maybe. It's like that little flame of hope. But rationality and logic is telling a lot of people that this is not possible at this point in time. We are currently, as we're recording, under an extended state of emergency in Japan, Kenkyu Jidai Sengen. So that's still on right now.
Sankaime? Yeah. Okay.
Sankaime. Yeah. What is it called? Sanha is happening still. It's the numbers are still increasing and going up and down.
The third tooth.
The third tooth, exactly. The third wave, the third Nami. That's still happening. So I think that maybe in the first dip, people were like, okay, it dipped. We're getting back on track. But we're on the third dip right now. And a lot of people just like that little flame of hope is just gone. It's not even a lit candle right now. It's just completely gone. And people are thinking that, it would be great to have this event happen. But realistically, the hospitals are all backed up right now. There's no way to support any more people coming in unless things get pushed ahead. Like the plan of releasing vaccinations is starting from a certain group of people and working their way up to another age group, a younger age group. There should, if they really want to have this done, there should be changes made in those areas to help push the vaccinations and get everybody vaccinated, not try to roll it out step by step. And when there's mistakes and things go wrong, then they have to stop again and restart again. Like, look at all the countries that are doing it right now. Pick the best model that's working. And even though this is Japan and you want to do things the Japanese way, you got to think, like, what is more important? This is Japan or that country succeeding? Let's start with that. And if it doesn't work, we'll change it and make it work for us better. If you really want the Olympics to happen, first you got to take down what's stopping it from happening in the first place, and then figure out how to get the Olympics happening.
Yeah, I think so too. I think a lot of the pressure is on Japan and the Tokyo Olympic Committee to create all these rules and do so much. And the vaccination process is out of their hands, right? It's not their jurisdiction. They shouldn't be really focused on that, even though they're going to be affected by it greatly. It's the Olympic Committee, the IOC, International Olympic Committee, that should be stepping up. And I'm surprised that they haven't said, maybe we shouldn't hold this now. If they're not saying anything, like, that's pretty messed up, because you can only think about, why aren't they saying anything? Because they want to get the money.
I see.
From the whole situation.
Right.
And of course, Japan doesn't want to not hold it because of how much money we've been spending to get ready for it. So it's like, so now I've heard so many stories about past Olympics, these cities being so excited, all, these tourists, travelers are going to be coming. The economy is going to be really great for this time. But then after, there's these massive stadiums that are empty, like turn into ghost towns. And then the country now has to spend however much money to clean it up. So it's like, is this really a good thing? Because I don't think the Olympics started out this way. It's, I think some business minds have kind of corrupted it a little bit, maybe pushed it to be something that everyone still loves, the sports that happen. And, countries love hosting, which I was stoked, dude. I was so ready to get tickets for like the skateboarding event, because I was in there, or some other event, because I've never been to an Olympics event.
I think that's the most exciting thing for me. Like, I've never been in a place that was so close to a place where the Olympic was being held. If I wanted to even see any of the excitement and go to Tokyo and just be in the environment and see what it's like, take a bunch of pictures for my memory, that would have been exciting and a great experience for me. Living in Japan, experiencing the Olympics, like, it's a story to tell your grandchildren. But would I go at this time? Probably not.
No, and I think
like
that's the same.
That's a thing for a lot of people.
Yeah. Right, exactly. I think a lot of people have that same mindset of just being like, the government is telling us to not go out. It's something that a lot of people have very strong feelings for right now. And I think a lot of people in Tokyo are just tired of the coronavirus, so much to the point where they're like, I'm more for not having the event, or like just don't care because I'm not going to go. I'm not going to watch. It's going to be the same as if it was in another country. I'm just going to watch it on TV.
I was just thinking, like, they're just like, do what you want. I don't care anymore. Do what you want.
Yeah. Oh man. So everyone. Yeah. So that's our 2 cents. I pulled up a few articles recently in the Japanese news. They were saying how there are a bunch of news agencies around the world who are kind of giving a little, little smack talk to Japan and saying that you are not ready to host an event like this. Like pretty much like save yourself and everybody, like, because this can turn bad. So it's like, let's just stop.
You got to know when to hold them and know when to fold them, basically.
Yes. So let me just read some headlines, and me and Adam are just going to bounce back, giving our opinions. First one I see, Naomi Osaka conflicted over holding Tokyo Olympics. Definitely. I'm sure there's a lot of people, a lot of athletes who are on the fence or just being like, I don't think we should do this. I don't think we should go.
Yeah.
There's another headline that I just saw that says Italy to vaccine its athletes for Tokyo Olympics. So Italy's coming, they're getting ready. And I'm guessing that's going to be the same story for maybe a lot of the countries, just getting their athletes vaccinated before the trip.
And it's something that I was thinking about. Like, if the number of athletes who come to Japan is not like the total number of athletes who would have come eventually to compete in the Olympics, which is probably to highlight the best of the best all around the world, it's not really an Olympics by the standard definition, is it? It's just more like a tournament just to see
it's a friendly.
Like a friendly, like, okay, like 10 people came to the Olympics from all around the world. What if only one person who's doing canoeing and kayaking comes to, join that competition? What's going to happen to them? They just automatically win gold.
But they're still going to be excited about it. You know that.
I guess so.
They're still going to be like, I took all 3.
Yeah, participation.
Man, I don't know. It definitely doesn't look good. Here's another headline says Tokyo Olympic Committee head says Bach visit to Japan could be tough because Mr. Bach, the president of the International Olympic Committee, was scheduled to come to Tokyo for a visit, but it possibly won't happen because of the lockdown that's happening. So just pretty much the article stating like, that's pretty embarrassing that the Olympic Committee as well as Tokyo is saying like, oh, it's going to be safe. It's going to be cool. It's secured. No, like we can still do this. But now it's like, hey, actually the head of the Olympics can't travel there. Is that really safe or not? So there's going to be a lot of questions, a lot of, I think, negative vibes, negative feelings towards having the Olympics done. That's it. Let us know in the comments down below what you think about this topic of having the Olympics in Tokyo. Final words from me and Adam. Adam, do you think it should happen? Yes or no?
No, I don't think so.
I'm on the same page. I think sadly, very sadly, with heavy hearts, I say no, right? So let us know in the comments down below, everyone, what you think about it. Hit the like button if you enjoyed our discussion about this. Subscribe to the channel if you want more cool vids like this of me and Adam speaking, natural English, to help your listening and stuff. You can sign up to join the YouTube membership. First, second, third step. Really cool perks, cool things that you can get while you're there. So check it out if you're interested. We'd really appreciate it.
And if you want to get in contact with us, remember we also use our SNS channels very much. We have Instagram, where we spend most of our time, Twitter, TikTok, and Facebook as well.
That's it. We'll see you on the next step.